Welcome to the ACA conference in downtown Manhattan. I'm Jane King. With me is Ryan Crewe, the product specialist at Liberty Street. So tell me about what you do.
Thanks for having me. Look, so product specialist at Liberty Street Advisors. We're the delegated investment manager of the Private Shares Fund. The premise behind our strategy is we look to provide access to late stage private innovation companies. These are businesses which are at the back end of their private life, and these businesses are growing into what we think are pretty impressive businesses. So we just really quickly, in a nutshell, focus on businesses generating over $50 million of revenue, but in many cases, the portfolio companies are generating hundreds, if not billions of dollars of revenue.
And this is what we call unicorns, basically, is what you're investing in. Mainly tech companies?
That's right. That's right. So mainly technology. We focus on tech-related sectors. The key verticals we focus on are cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, space economy, health tech. We focus on other areas like mobility, robotics. We like to touch anything which is related to disruption.
Okay. Who would your clients be?
So by virtue of the closed-end interval fund structure, we focus mainly on RIAs. So we, through the structure of an interval fund, are able to provide access for $2,500. The fund can be purchased with a ticker. And the fund's offered to non-accredited and accredited investors.
Interesting. So like a retail investor could buy into this?
That's right.
Oh, interesting.
That's right.
And these are pre-IPO. So what's your exit strategy with these companies?
Look, so our strategy is a little bit unique. We invest in companies in primary funding rounds. So think about that as a series funding round. But we also invest in secondaries. So we're able to pick up stakes on the market, which are sold by early investors, early employees, and venture capital firms, which are looking for partial or full liquidity. So in terms of the IPO window, it's essentially quite challenging at the moment. There's not a lot of activity. And look, we expect that to continue for another couple of months, but we're quite, bullish on what next year will bring. We think that there's well over 200 pre-IPO, late stage companies ready for an exit. It's just about waiting on the right time. So, we think throughout next year there will be an opportune time, and these businesses are very much institutional quality.
Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit, the IPO market, because it has been dead for a few years, actually. Why is that? Is it regulation? Do companies just find themselves, they get what they need through the private market rather than tapping the public markets? Yeah,
so look, we speak to a lot of clients about this. I mean, just taking a step back in terms of why these companies are staying private for longer in the private markets, there are essentially three reasons. One is that the public markets have a lot more regulation. So there's a greater burden for being a publicly listed company. There's an inherent short-termism of being a public company. You get analysts focus on the previous 3 months. And then I guess the reason why you would not go public quickly is there's plenty of capital in the private markets. So looking at the IPO market though, where we are now, we think it will remain challenged for a little bit longer, but we're starting to see green shoots. There's a few big companies which have gone out, and it's just going to be about time. These companies only have one shot at an IPO, and they want to make sure that they get it right.
Their timing is right. Yeah, that's a key part of it. So you mentioned disruptive technologies. What are some of the things on your radar screen that you're watching? Like, I feel like there's so much interesting innovation going on out there. What do you see the most promise?
The key areas, apart from AI, which is getting a lot of media attention, we really like the space economy. So the space economy is investing in businesses which are leveraged to the opportunity in outer space. SpaceX is a name which is very, very well known, but there's a number of other businesses which are disrupting kind of every aspect of the journey to space, be it a launch company, satellite company, widgets. We're invested in a company which is doing 3D printing of rockets. So we're very bullish, and that could be a very large industry over the coming couple decades. In addition, health tech is another part of the market we like a lot. We're investing in companies which are looking to digitize the supply chain or improve access to healthcare, which here in the US it's increasingly required.
Okay, very interesting to see how we're going to be living in another generation.
Absolutely.
So, and you're playing an important role in that. So thank you so much, Ryan.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.